It's May 4th, and you know what that means, Star Wars news. While we've got plenty of awesome bits of new information here and there, we actually have a whole brand new trailer for Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is airing this month. Honestly, it's a fantastic time to be a Star Wars fan, as it won't be long until we're seeing Ewan McGregor on our screens once again. Kenobi's press campaign is really getting started right now. May 27th is the air date for the series, meaning we're about 4 weeks give or take before the series actually starts. Lucasfilm and Disney are hyping things up with teasers, art pieces, new interviews, and much more also coming out here and there. Today we'll be breaking down the brand new trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Watch to find out all the details and more. Greetings my young Padawans, and my name is Captain Jack, and welcome to Star Wars Now, and may the 4th be with you. Before we do jump into today's video, use the Force and hit that subscribe and like button to never miss a video of myself and the team here at Star Wars Now. As always, if you're talking about Star Wars, then we want to hear about it. The opening of the trailer starts with a twin-engine ship going to what looks to be a planet of Deu, a very urban, seedy place from its descriptions, and this is where Kenobi eventually heads to, though on his tracks are the Inquisitors. Later seen on the same location are stormtroopers following a fifth brother, likely as he searches on the ground for where Kenobi is gone. Later seen somewhat confirmed the Inquisitors are here looking for Kenobi, with Reva is also being seen on rooftops later on, as Kenobi is a quick-fire shootout and she's watching from afar. The Grand Inquisitor, fifth brother, and Reva are heading to Tatooine. Interestingly enough, the Grand Inquisitor is seen with a cape during this time, though the reason why there weren't many capes in Rebels when the Grand Inquisitor first featured was because capes are way too expensive to render in animation. As we've seen in previous trailers, we have Uncle Owen, played by Joel Edgerton, who's previously played him in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Now this trailer, we get a much better close-up look of the Grand Inquisitor, and even though I'm still not a fan of his look, his costume looks even better. An interesting addition to his outfit, minus the cape we mentioned earlier, is the chest piece seems to have a new pin/symbol on it. Perhaps this is the symbol of the Inquisitorius. Again, with similar footage from a previous trailer, you see Obi-Wan Kenobi keeping an eye over the Lars homestead, with a young Luke Skywalker pretending to be a pod racer or similar vehicle. What is a nice addition to this trailer is Owen Lars warning Kenobi to leave him alone. Kenobi obviously wants to train the boy when he comes of age, but in something which really hurts, Owen says, like you trained his father, obviously talking and referring about Anakin Skywalker. I wonder if Owen knows what truly happened to Anakin, or whether Kenobi just said he died during the Clone Wars, because, from a certain point of view, he did. We do get a look of the Inquisitorius headquarters on the planet of Nur, which we've previously seen in the video game Jedi Fallen Order. More specifically, we see the Hangar Bay, which has a sizable contingent of stormtroopers and Imperial officers stationed there, as well as Inquisitors and their craft. But we do get a look of a meeting room with Reva, the fifth brother, and an unknown Inquisitor, as well as some Imperial officers looking over a map, perhaps of Tatooine. It looks like in the background of this room, there are lightsabers on display, perhaps some Jedi they have hunted down during their missions. We'll zoom in on screen right now. You can't really make out any of these lightsabers, but I expect once the series comes out, there might be some hidden details here. The planet they're looking over might be Tatooine, after they've finally tracked Kenobi to the planet in some way or another. The voiceover in the trailer says, "You still want Kenobi, he's gone." Perhaps this is someone saying Mr. Darth Vader, who we know will make an appearance in the show, and we'll speak about in just a minute. Probe droids seem to be launched from Inquisitorius HQ, and they do make the usual probe droid chatter sounds. Though personally, I think it'd be cool if these ships launched are some of the EXD series infiltrator droids seen in Star Wars Rebels. This would be an interesting enemy for Kenobi to contend with. However, like I said, with a distinctive probe droid noise playing, it is probably just your normal probe droids first seen in The Empire Strikes Back. We can actually see a destroyed Imperial probe droid later on in the trailer, on what looks to be Tatooine. Kenobi has engaged stormtroopers, and if you pause and look in the background, you can see the dead Imperial probe droid. Perhaps they were getting too close to Luke Skywalker, too close to comfort. In this next scene, Reva looks out over Deu, which we saw in the previous trailer, though we hear her say, "Maybe you've been looking in the wrong places." So, perhaps it isn't Vader who that previous character was saying who wanted Kenobi, but Reva herself. She may be wanting to solidify her position in the Empire, and catching Kenobi would gain her a lot of favour. The scene however plays longer than we previously saw, and she sees a firefight happening on the rooftops of Deu, which is probably the people shooting Kenobi as we saw in previous trailers. A wanted poster for Kenobi is posted, probably as a plan by Reva to get bounty hunters after him. We even see a protocol droid shooting at Kenobi on the Deu rooftops. This could be 4 Lom, the protocol bounty hunter who partners with Grand Zuckuss, seen as some of the bounty hunters in Empire Strikes Back. One scene I'm loving from this trailer is Kenobi beating the crap out of a Zabrak in the corridor of a building. We're presuming this is still on the planet of Deu as well, as the architecture matches the design. We do return to the Inquisitorius Fortress in an amazing shot, as we see Reva flanked by 2 Purge Troopers. This type of trooper was also seen in Jedi Fallen Order, but these look slightly different to the ones we see in-game. There are leaks that say that the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order will see a new style of Purge Trooper and they will appear. Perhaps this does align with the canon of the Star Wars universe. Kenobi is then seen fighting stormtroopers in an Adrid location. Considering the foliage this is a different planet, perhaps the planet we see the Imperial officer played by Indira Verma will feature. Considering the previous trailer we saw a character get off a ship into a similar environment, there's even a broken down probe droid in the background of the shot. So maybe it's not Tatooine as I mentioned earlier, now we combine it with this shot. Over this, we hear Reva the Inquisitor shouting, "You can't run, Obi-Wan," which does suggest she catches up to Kenobi, which makes sense. But I wonder how he'll eventually give him a slip and remain to be hidden up until A New Hope on Tatooine. In the previous trailer, we get a good look at a new droid, which seems to attack some stormtroopers in the previous trailer. And we see it get shot in this trailer while holding a blaster rifle. Perhaps Kenobi helps some sort of droid rebellion in order to create a distraction to slip unnoticed by the Imperials. The droid even punches a stormtrooper down a corridor. That's a bloody big droid. Now, a gloved hand seems to be holding some sort of Seeker droid, which reminds me of the ID-9 Seeker droids used by the 7th Sister in Star Wars Rebels. Though considering the colouring, this might be someone's personal droid, which does look rather cool. Now before we get to the big event, it seems Kenobi gets on some sort of transport ship with Reva in tow, and she doesn't catch up to him and shouts, "You can't escape him." Now you know who she's referring to, that being Darth Vader. Ever since we learned that Hayden Christensen would reprise his role as Vader, we've been wanting a glimpse. Lucasfilm and Disney know this, so they're going to hold on to this for dear life until the series airs. As such, we don't get a massive look at Vader in this trailer. In fact, we only get a little tease in a sense. The last trailer for Kenobi had Vader's breathing. This trailer has a bit of his suit. I'll be guessing we'll also be seeing more teasers hopefully as they reveal Darth Vader's face, as that's surely going to build up some fantastic hype for the series and really get those numbers up. Okay, as we begin to end off this trailer breakdown, we see the unknown female Inquisitor and the 5th brother in what looks to be in underwater corridors of the Inquisitorius Fortress. A look at the stormtroopers and purges getting ready, and with a closer look at the helmets of these new purge troopers, the back of the helmet is reminiscent of Vader's helmet, or just Imperial soldier helmets that trail outwards near the end. But the front of the helmet is very reminiscent of the modern fighter jet helmets, which look very interesting. Now that is all of the trailer so far. But to celebrate May 4th, new artwork has been released for Obi-Wan Kenobi in the form of the main poster, as well as artwork for stores. Before the trailer dropped, officially licensed artwork of Kenobi and Vader appeared online, and you can see them on screen right now. We're already aware of a rematch scheduled to take place, so these posters don't really spoil anything that we don't already know. Personally, they look fantastic, and I can't wait to see more. Thinking about the main trailer more, I would have loved if we'd gotten a more direct acknowledgement of Vader at the end of the trailer. Think about it. When the trailer ends with Vader's breathing, we see Kenobi acting like he sensed his presence. It would have been fantastic in my opinion if Obi-Wan simply to say, "Anakin," and then the trailer cuts to black. Might just be me with that, but either way, it would have been awesome. So that's it for the trailer breakdown. Currently with Obi-Wan Kenobi, there is so much we don't really know about the series. For example, there are a fair few actors and actors we have not had their characters confirmed as of yet. The likes of Shea Jackson Jr., Simone Kessel, Maya Erskine, and Roy Ross are still cast in undisclosed roles for now. I imagine we'll get them shown off at a later date, but that will remain to be seen. Deborah Chow has directed all episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi, with the first 2 airing on May 27th. The story of episode 1, which is currently untitled, is written by Stuart Beattie and Hossein Amin. Joby Howard also collaborated with the pair on the teleplay for the episode as well. There are tons of theories and speculations of what is happening in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Rather than muddy the trailer breakdown, we'll discuss those in a later video. For now, you can enjoy the breakdown, then come back to this for some groundbreaking theories on what's actually going to be happening in the series that we know of. Okay, Exalted Ones, what do you think of the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer? Personally, it looks fantastic. I'm really hoping we get more teasers before we head to the launch of Kenobi, which is happening on May 27th, just in time for the Star Wars Celebration event. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with the latest Star Wars news, lore, and more. You can also follow us on social media as well, but make sure to let us know what you think in the video comment section below, because if you are talking about Star Wars, then we want to hear about it. That's it for myself today on Star Wars Now. I've been Captain Jack, and we'll see you next time. May the Force, or rather, may the Fourth, be with you.